So we're gonna find our Pilates stance, and I'm gonna be working with a small ball today, a small squishy ball. And just a reminder, if you don't have a small squishy ball, a foam roller can work. A big pillow, a big squishy pillow can work. A magic circle will work for most things. So having some assortment of alternatives, if you don't have a little ball, also works. So I'm gonna hold my ball with the heels of my hands, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm actually wrapping these two parts of my hand downward, not inward, right? So I don't want you to hold like that. I want you to really spread out and try to keep that space so super strong in the hand. Fingertips long, yeah, good. And we're just gonna inhale, take those arms up. I know, good. And then Susie, you're gonna hold your little roller side to side. So you're gonna hold yours this way. Those of you who have the short rollers, that's what you're gonna do with your hands. And some of you have all the same toys I do, and you feel like trading out and seeing what it feels like to hold one toy versus another, right? You could do that. You could even pick up your magic circle and go, oh, it's different than my magic circle, right? So many ways to play. Good. All right, so as you've gotten going, did you already forget your hands? I see some of you with your thumbs popping up. That tells me that you've already collapsed in that joint. If your thumb is down and long, right, it's harder, should be harder to collapse that joint. Just like your big toe, right? Big toe's down, keeps the metatarsal down, or should be easier to get the metatarsal down, good. That's it, good. And one more, take those arms up nice and tall. Good, keep them up now. Exhale, push up to the side. Good, press your ball back to center. And other side. Good. And back to center. Good. And again, press over and longer. Press up. Over and longer. Press up. Good. Let's do one more each way. This arm is the one that's shooting longer. Good. Lift yourself. Good. And other side. Lift longer and up. Good. Come into a bow, letting the upper back stretch into your toy. Good. Lift your spine with a little bit of energy, pressing down into your feet. Good. Stretch forward. Good. Lift. Lift. Good. Two more. Stretch. Good. And lift. Open those armpits. Good. One more. And lift. Good. Go ahead and take your ball behind you. Your shoulders should be, thank you for letting us come down. So the bigger your ball, the easier this is. If you want to grab your circle because that's bigger, or your short roller because that's bigger, you're welcome to do that. Hands are behind your back. All we're going to do is aim the elbows back toward each other, and then aim the top of your arm bone back toward the other one. You might feel a little engagement right here between the shoulder blades, and that would be awesome. We're just gonna lift a little bit off of you, set it back down, release your elbows, re-engage elbows, re-engage top of arm, lift, doesn't have to be big, set it down and release. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you side view, elbows, top of arm, lift, see how small? Keeping that, and then release. Good, elbows, top of arm, lift, good. Yeah, so I'm going to use Mark as a little model here. You can see his shoulder doesn't quite, maybe you can't see, his shoulder doesn't quite pull back. He's got to work on feeling that connection around to open that back up. Yes, good, that looks better, you guys. Yes, good. I love everybody working on it. I know, it's a big stretch through the front and a super engagement in the back. Yeah. Good, Sheila. I love that little extra lift through here. Yes, look at you. Everybody, if you have stripes, you get a gold star just for wearing stripes to class. Because stripes, I know. I love it when my clients wear stripes because I can see everything. Like, I'm pretty good at reading your shirt wrinkles, but stripes are even a bonus for me. So you get extra gold star. Okay, so release those arms, shake it out. Shake it out. And then we're gonna rock the baby. So it's all about loosening that upper thoracic spine. So we're holding our toy, and we're just gonna let the toy swing. Now, I want you to be strong through your feet. Here's me not being strong through my feet. See how my hips counter swing? So I'm actually not getting as much motion through my scapula as I could. Drive into those feet and see if you can just really let your torso and your shoulder blades go. Good. That's it, good. And then you're gonna bring it a little higher, and then same thing, let it wrap around you. That's it. Let the shoulder blades go on each side of you. Good. And then you're gonna take it a little higher. Yep. Good. And then maybe all the way up over your head, and you can even switch your hands and let those shoulders go. So you can see my torso going back and forth, but it's not my hips going back and forth. See the difference? That's it. Good. Good. Yeah. And then just pull it down nice and wide. Good. And then shake that out, and you should feel even a little taller now. So if that's all you did for today, you should walk away feeling better. Yeah? Yes? No? I don't feel anything, Mona? Good. Okay, good. All right, very nice. We're going to take your ball, put it between your thigh bones, just above your knee. Good. Actually, yeah. And then we're going to imagine that that ball is actually between your heel bones. Pull your heels toward each other, and notice how it feels like your ball wants to pop forward a little bit. Yes? Good. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to have a seat. Good. As you stand back up, pull your heels toward each other. See if you can recreate that sensation of the ball wanting to pop out. Good. Or maybe it's your roller, right? Maybe you have your roller there or a pillow there. You get 2 stars if you decide to pick up your magic circle and put your magic circle there. Just a double A+ for effort. I know, because it just will kill. That's why. Good. That's it. Sitting back, sitting back, sitting back. Sit back, Catherine. I know you can. Show me your... Yeah, there you are. Good. You're my star squatter. Good. That's it. Sit back. Sit back, everybody. Sit back. Good. And then pull those heels together as you stand. Good. Yeah. And then same thing on this one, because yours is so squishy, Susie, let it go side to side, because I think you'll squish it inward, right? That's almost too narrow for you. Yeah. Does that work? Is it too big? Will it pop out? Good. So let's hold that next one down. Hold that next one down. Good. All right. Now all we're going to do is open one arm back. Pull the top of your arm bone back with the hand. Good. Bring it forward. And then open it back. Again, pull the top of your arm bone back and bring it forward. Good. Reach it, open it. Good. That's it. And reach and open. Good. Let's do one more each way. Pull it open. Good. And pull it open. Good. Sit a little deeper. Good. And then come up to a stand. Pull those hands back. Good. Very nice. Feeling good? Now we are going to take our toy and put it between our heels and ankles. So again, you could do that lifting a magic circle, a pillow, a roller, right? All those things work. And if you need to see me do that, let me know. All we're going to do is come up on tiptoe if you are a foot mover. So foot movers, come up, pull the back of your heels together. It should feel like your toy wants to pop forward. Come back down. Yeah. Come on up. Now if you're a foot minder and coming up onto toes is not your game, you're going to tilt forward, right? Push the ground together and pull your heels together as you come back onto your heels. Yeah. So tilt forward. Push the ground down, pull the heels together. That's it. Okay, good. The rest of us going up and down on tiptoe. I want you to make sure you check your toe spread at the top. I really have to watch my second toe because that's the one that likes to crumple up. You check yours. Yep, so at the top, hold it, spread your toes. Good. Come back down. Good. Up, hold it, spread your toes. Good. That's it. 2 more. We should start to feel that nice lift from the hams up to the tush. Yes, good, right? This little lift through the back. That's it. Shh. Good. And one more. Yes, okay. So now, foot movers. You're up on tiptoe. Hug that ball. See if you can bend your knees a little and pull your abs back. And then straighten. Come back down. So foot movers, I'm going to show you again because I want you to see how small this is. It's up. Bend the knees a little open, but hug the heels and pull your abs back. Because I don't want you to fall forward onto your knees. I don't want this. I want you to keep this line back here. Yeah, should be small and intense. Foot minders, you are keeping, same idea, keeping your feet down. You're going to tilt forward, bend your knees and pull your tail back. This takes a lot of concentration, foot minders, because you are actually in a little neutral hinge right here as you bend, and then back up and home. You see that? So foot minders, forward, hinge, pulling your abs back, keeping your spine line. Good. And then up. You should be finding yourself in your forward tilt, and then home. Yeah. How we doing, team? So my foot minders, I have some people who have different conditions in their feet that they cannot bend their feet in certain positions. And so my foot minders who can't bend their feet, they are the ones who are doing that alternative. Yeah. Do you have something in your feet, Susie? Oh, okay, all right. Sprained toe. Good. All right, good. So again, we should feel hopefully this lift through inner thigh and kind of the outer back of your hip, your bottom of your butt. Yes? Okay, good. So now we can reach down and grab our ball. We're going to take it and set it on the side of your thigh bone on this is your right side. Good. And we're going to come and sit in our little squat again. This time we're pushing hard from the underside of the arm, still aiming your elbow back behind you. So don't let it pop out to the side, because look what happens to the shoulder. And look how that opens. There you go. Good. And then come back up. Good. That's it. So sit. Shh. Press hard enough that you feel your obliques have to pull up. Good. Remember, obliques are the side abdominals. That's it. Pause. Good. 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 Now the next one, we're going to stay in our sit. So holding that sit, take your left foot, tap it out to the side. Bring it back in. Tap it to the back. Bring it back in. Out to the side. Good. And in. Good. Are you still pressing these two things together? Good. Leg to ball, foot to hand to ball. Good. We have one more. Press, point. Good. And back. Nice. Good. Come all the way up. We should start to get a little tired right here and maybe underneath that side of the arm. On the other side. Press. Good. Onto the side, not the hip. Actually try to find the top of your thigh and come on down, elbow back. Good. And then back up. You got it. Press hard enough that you get the feedback here, right? Watch that space. Can you see that little tiny lift? Yeah, so I want you to make that happen from your press. Good. Good. Still get your weight back on your heels for me. That's it. Get your weight back on your heels. That's it. Good. Susie, I think you can take a little wider stance, and you too, Sheila. Just an itty bitty wider stance. There you go. That's it. Good. Yes. Are you keeping strong, challenging yourself, both the leg and the arm, so that the obliques wake up? Because now is your challenge. You're going to hem here. Good. Keep this press strong. Tap out to the side. Bring it in. Tap it to the back. Bring it in. Good. To the side. Keep pressing. Right? This moving leg, that's just a distraction. It's how well are we staying connected here. Good. That's it. Sit a little deeper. Let's do 2 more rounds. Come on. Right on the thigh bone, not on the hip. Get below the hip to the thigh. See where that leg is? That ball is? Good. That's it. Good. 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 Yeah. And then come all the way up. Ooh. Wiggle them out. Are we starting to feel any of that? Yep. Okay, good. I said yes from Catherine. Yes from Sheila. Good. Yes from Susie. Okay, good. Awesome. Franny, are you feeling it on the replay? Franny is here in Seattle, you guys. She just had an appointment today, and so she's watching us on replay. But I think she's only here for till the end of the week. And then she's off again to Colorado. So, hi, Franny. Okay, gang. So let's, what am I doing? I'm getting all excited. I want to have us do side squat lunge, right? So it's skater, basically. It's from the Reformer series. So imagine pushing out with that foot and landing on this one. Good. And then we're going to try to push down with this foot and float back to home. So push away and land. Push down and come back up. So we can do this two different ways, right? Depending on the springs that we have on the Reformer machine, it emphasizes the leg closest to your foot bar or the leg farthest away. We're going to try to, in our mat work, emphasize this leg, yeah, in both directions. So standing here, just stand here for a quick second. This is your left. Push it to the ground and away from you. See how it makes you want to fall this way if you push your left one that way? Okay, so feeling that power. Good. Now push it straight down. Imagine it pulling under you, this left one. Down and under, it should pull you back up. Yeah, good. There. Now I see a better use of that side. So it's working one side of that leg and the other. And so one way you can test yourself is try not to lift this leg as much. Try to drag it home, right? Instead of launch off of it. Yeah. Feel yes. Does it feel like it sucks right up your inner thigh, pelvic floor, low belly? Good. All right. Nice. Next one, we're going to stay on down. Stay on down. And take your ball forward. Neutral hinge, right? So instead of being upright, I'm going to neutral hinge, lift my tail without raising my thigh. The thigh stays low. Good. And we're just going to sweep to the side, rotating, twist the other side. And rotate one way, good, and rotate back, good. And I want you to really keep your pelvis in neutral and your ribs tucked in through that whole rotation. Good, push and push, good. You've got two more each way, push and push. And last one, push and push, good. Back to center. Now we get to launch off of this bent leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, get a little lower and then push back to home. Yes, good, okay. Now we're ready to work this side. So if I'm your mirror, this is your right, and it's gonna push that way, and that should make you fall that way, right? So if the foot is pushing to the ground to your right, your whole body wants to fall to the left. You can feel that? Okay, so try it now. Landing, good. Now drive that right foot down, pull it underneath you, and that should float you back to home. Good, push away with it. Good, and then push down and under. Good, gold star for Catherine. I could see her dragging her foot to see if she was really using her right leg and not just launching. Launching is not a wrong activity, but today we're not going to use it. We're going to try to use this one. That makes sense? Yeah, good. Pull under. Good. Press down, no launching. Right, either drag that foot or try to lift it. We did this in my class this morning. Try to drag under and lift in slow motion. If you're lifting in slow motion, you can't launch, right? Pull. Good, push. Good. Pull. And push. Good. Let's do one more. We're going to hold the next one down. Pull. And push. Good. Okay. Holding it down. Lower your thigh a little bit. Lift your tail a little bit. So now you're in a little more hinge. And then we're going to press up through the arm one way as you twist. Push down. Press the other way. Good. Press up and rotate. Good. Good. Can you shift your weight back just a little bit? Shift your booty back a little. So watch that you don't start getting forward over your toes. I want you to sit back over your heel, even behind your heel. That's it. Good. There you are. You've got one more. Good. All right, get a little deeper. Now here's your launch moment. Press down and come all the way up. Ah, yeah. Good. And then shake it out. Beep, 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 beep. Good. We're going to back up to the back of our mat, and we're going to start rolling down. So arms up to the sky. Good. Inhale, exhale, scoop the abs up. Reach the back of your spine toward that ball, rounding down, rounding, rounding, rounding. Good. Once you're down, let yourself rest on your toy for a second. See if you can let your spine hang a little deeper toward that. Almost give yourself a little traction. And then press into your feet. Feel your abs answer back. And round up. Good. So if you're a spine minder who is not allowed to roll through your spine, you're going to roll through whatever part you're allowed to roll through. And then you're going to extend your spine into neutral. Take your toy, put it on your hip bones, and keep rolling down your front of your legs, keeping that pelvis up. Very important. Good. You can let your head drop, and then when you're ready, give yourself support, and then lift back up. So if you've been diagnosed with osteoarthritis, not just regular degenerative arthritis, but osteoarthritis in your spine, if you know where that is in your spine, that's where you want to hold more neutral. Yeah. Spondy also want to hold neutral in those sections. Good. Yeah. And then if this is your last, this is the fourth one. Does this feel like the fourth one? So if this is your fourth one, or maybe it's your fifth one, we're going to come on down. Good. And then we're going to let that ball come between our heels. We're going to hold it there. Yep, so it's between your heels and ankles. So I'm going to lift up on tiptoe so I actually feel it in my heels and not my ankle bones. And then I'm going to walk out. So you might need to bend your knees to start, and that's okay. You're going to walk out to that plank. Extend through your sternum, letting your heart shine forward a little bit. Good, and then push back into open pike, tail up. Good, and then push your mat away. Push it away. Now I'm up on tiptoes, holding my ball. I can lower them back down, feel the stretch. Lift back up on tiptoe, my foot minders, and then we'll walk out. I'm sorry, my foot movers. Woo, woo, woo. My foot minders, yours is going to look a little different. Once you get out to your plank for the first one, you're going to keep holding on to that ball with your heels and give it a squeeze. You're going to push back into child's pose, but not let yourself sit. You're going to hover so you feel how the abs keep working. And then you're going to come forward. Again. Yeah, so those of you doing it on your knees, that's your option. Good. Good. And how many have we gotten to? Have we gotten 4 pushbacks yet? You think so? If you've gotten 4, then you can take that ball out from your heels. Good. And however feels right, gracefully as you can, swing yourself around till you're seated. This is where if you have more than one toy, it's kind of fun because you can use more than one here. So if you have a ball, you're going to tilt yourself forward, squish that thing right up under your tail, and then sit back. Sorry, my dog was licking his wound and he's not supposed to. If you have, pillow, nice something squishy, a big wad blanket, you can try with the roller. The hard thing is, depending on the roller, it will roll away. So mine rolls, it doesn't stay there. If you have one that doesn't stay, take your hands and you'll be holding your roller as we do the next section. Yeah. Okay. So, what did I say? Ball. So ball. So those of you who don't have to hold on to your toy, your arms are going to come forward and we're just going to scoop the belly in. Let it aim back at your toy. Really feel it try to come through the front of your pelvis to your toy. Yep. And then float your way back up. And again, scooping in. I'm going to sit a little more sideways so you can see where my ball is. That's it. Pull back. Good. And up. That's right. Pubic bone, belly button, rib. Good. That's it. You might need to adjust like I just did. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, Kay, that looks great. So Kay, on the way up, see if you pull yourself a little more just to get the pelvis released, and then you can pull even deeper back. You can feel those guys pull through there to that ball. But I love that I can see that today. I can totally see that on you today. That's awesome. Good. So we're all going to stay back there. Good. Take a breath. Exhale. Pull those abs to your ball and lift one leg in tabletop. Put it down. Exhale. Other leg pulls into tabletop. And we put it down. Good. Good. Easy peasy. Right? Now we're going to take your right leg up, your left arm up, and your right hand down. Good. And then we're going to switch. Yep. And scoop it and switch. Good. Good. One more on each side. Nice. Go ahead and round back now. Release into your toy. Should feel good to give it a break. Yeah. Good. And then pull yourself all the way back up. Feeling okay, everybody? Okay. Now you get to take the toy out from behind you. Good. We're going to roll back into our C curve. See if you can still imagine that ball or that toy behind you. Really let yourself draw back into that space. Come on up. Lift it high to the sky. So again, spine minders. You mind how much you curl, right? Make sure that your abdominals are supporting you and maybe limit your curl or stay in neutral. But movers, while you can do it, do it. The longer you can do it, the longer you can do it if you keep doing it. Did that make sense? Good. Press up. Good. And forward. Good. All right. We're going to take our ball down to the side. We're going to start to your left. And we're going to rotate. Good. And then push that ball up like you're handing it to somebody's other side. Good. And push it. You got to get it all the way up to their hands. Good. Back. Good. Push. Good. And back. And push. Good. Let's do 2 more on each side. Back. Good. Movers, I want your sternum, your heart to follow your ball, right? So watch that it's just not your arms, your torso, right? Your center has to go with that. Good. All right. And then you can extend your legs forward. Neutral hinge forward. So I'm not going to round. I'm going to try to get the front of my hips to come toward the front of my thighs. And we're pushing that ball up on that diagonal line. Good. Then you're going to round back. Now you're going to take your ball, push it down, and round it forward on the floor. And that should feel kind of good. Good. Stack up your spine, pick your ball up, and press forward and upward. So those of you who've been on a Cadillac with the push-through bar, this is push-through. Scoop your belly in as you round forward. Good. Round it back up. Good. And one more push. Spine tries to push high like you're pushing this ball up to the top shelf. Go. Yes. Good. Nice job. Feet together. You're going to open your right arm back. And so if you have a roller, you want to set your roller so that you can roll over it. Yeah. We're setting that behind you, heels on the ground. And we're going to twist open if you are a mover. Stay forward, but make sure your shoulder opens if you are a minder. Yeah, here we go. Scooping your belly in. Scoop, 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 scoop. You're C-curving if you're allowed to. Come back up. Good. Same side again. Rolling back. Good. Yeah. And we are pressing down on this toy and lengthening our armpits out over the top of it. Good. That's it. Good. One more. Now one to hold. So here we go. Hold it back here. Now take your toy in your hand. Whoop. Lift it straight up. Look at the back. Good. Tap it to the ground. Scoop your abs in. This opposite hip is staying down, right? So you're like so. Yes. Good. One more. Up, hold it up, rotate to the front, push it up to the sky, and then round forward. Pull your abs back. Should feel good to stretch there for a sec. Good. Okay, and then other way. Beep, beep. So again, if you are a minder, your torso stays forward, but your shoulder opens up. Make sure that shoulder doesn't stay stuck in the front of you. Movers, it's the same idea with the shoulder. We're just adding in a C curve as we go. And a rotation. Good. That's it. Good. Good. That's it. Can you make sure you get all the way up each time? Make sure your sternum lifts up. Yeah. Good, Susie. Yeah, that's better, Catherine. Good. Same thing. Sheila, that's nice. Lifting that heart up. Good. Let's do this one that we're on. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to hold the one after that one. So holding after this one. Come up. Good. Come back down and hold it. Okay, this is where we find our toy. Get it in our hand. We're still in rotation. Exhale, lift it up. Look toward it. Good. That's it. Lift it up. Shh. Remember that seatbelt you worked on about 10 minutes ago? Pulling your abs back to your ball. Can you find that right here? Good. Make your seatbelt. Good. One more. One to hold the lift. Good. Rotate toward your toes. Good. Push your ball up to the sky. Push it. Good. And then gently round forward. Nice. Good. Feel good? Yeah. Worky, worky. Worky, worky. Have some turkey. Okay. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just had to make it rhyme. All right. So we're going to let ourselves come all the way down to the mat. What I want you to do, though, is if you have something that rolls, like a ball or a roller, I'd like you to put your feet on that. If you have a magic circle, you can use that also. And if anybody wants me to show you how that works, please let me know. Let's see. Oh, you can't see my feet. They're up on this ball. So see that? Oh, let's see. Let me flip around because you guys can't see what my feet are doing in the Zoom screen. There we go. All right. So feet are up on that ball. I'm going to see if I can keep pressing down against the ball as I round down. Spine minders, give yourself that support because you're trying to press down and maintain neutral as you go down. Yeah? Good. Okay. So from here, we're just going to press the ball down and we're going to feel ourselves roll off of it, kind of onto our back of our heels and ankles, and then push and pull it back all the way to the tips of your toes. And can your tippy toe push down on it? Good. So rolling and pressing. Good, that's it. And all the way back in, all the way to the very tip of your big toe, trying to pull it in closer with just that toe. Some of us are going to get cramps in the toes. Others of us will feel it here in the soleus. That would be awesome because that soleus is a heart pumper. Sometimes it's referred to as our second heart. And when our feet become less active, our heart circulates less blood. How is that for motivating you to work on your feet, right? Is it good? Good. That's it. All the way out. Good. And all the way to the tip of that toe. Push down that toe and try to pull your ball under you. Good. Okay, good. So now we're going to hold your ball in. This time find a place where you could put most of your foot on it. Good. And you're just going to come up into a little bridge. It should feel kind of wobbly, a little bit wobbly. If you have a foam roller, a hard foam roller, or if you have a little Bosu or a little balance wallable board, you're welcome to grab that. And then round it down. Good. So yeah, we're going into that little bridge. Okay, now your feet are on that. Can you wrap your toes over the other side of your toy, whatever you've got there, so that instead of sitting only in your heels, you're using the whole sole of your foot to press down against your toy. We should feel nice
engagement from the hams up to the glutes and a little in the calves, not a giant, crazy amount. Again, the toes might cramp. I apologize, but it's for your own good. It's because I love you and I still want your heart to keep beating and your feet to keep moving. So we gotta work those muscles. Good. Good. And one more. Now can you keep your hips up? Here comes our fun little challenge. Now we're gonna walk our feet away from us a little bit. We're rolling that ball away. Some of us are gonna start to feel the connection between the lower leg muscles and the upper leg muscles right as they wrap behind the knee. Only go as far as you feel like you can make it back in. When you make it back in, I want you to take those same steps. Pull, 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 pull. Good. If you need to reset and come down, please do. Otherwise, you'll walk it out. So if you're using a foam roller, a hard foam roller, it's the exact same idea, right? Do we get to 4 sets? Oh, step those feet. Step those feet. Kay, are you cheating? Oh, Mark says, it might not be your fault, Kay. You might have caught Mark cheating and followed him. we can blame it on Mark. Okay, all right. So you guys, there is a difference when you're watching on the replay. There's a difference between just rolling over your ball with 2 feet or taking steps and pushing it away. Yeah? The taking the steps is what I want. So when you're practicing on the replay, that's what I want your goal to be. Yeah? Okay. All right. Beautiful people. We're going to take your arms up to the sky. Good. We're going to leg slide your right leg along the floor so it straightens out, and that should feel good. Be like a little stretch. Really lengthen out through the bottom of your heel. Oh, you can't see my leg. Hang on, let me scoot. There. Yeah, so we're just holding that right leg out for the moment and letting it have a stretch. Because then we're going to exhale, come into bow, and lift our leg toward us, and lift the ball toward the ankle. And then come back down all the way. Good. Inhale and exhale. Lift. Push your heel to the sky. Yeah. Good. And then back down. And as you lift, especially my movers, you want to lift your chest as much as you can, right? Maybe you can dorsiflex and even get your ball to the other side of your toe. Good. One more. We're going to hold this lift. Now that right leg is going to open to your right while you rotate to your left. Exhale, push back to center. Same thing again. Leg to the right, torso is up and to the left. Push to the center. Good. You can let your ball come a little bit forward. And then right back up to that toe. Good. One more. Good. Let your torso come back to the earth. Lower that leg all the way down, good, and then leg slide it back to home. Left leg slides out, and we'll just hold it out for a second. Reaching out through your heel so you can get your thigh bone down to the ground. Good. Seeing if you can open up the front of your hip. That's it. Really straighten, straighten, straighten. Yeah. Can you let the front of that hip get nice and long? Good. Okay, because now you're going to exhale, bring that leg straight up, come up into bow, reach up through the back of your heel, stretching that calf. Good. And then come back down. Each one, reach a little longer through the heel. Lift the chest a little higher if you're a mover. Good. One more. Stay there. Good. The left leg opens to the left. We rotate away from it to the right. Good. Push your ball back to center. Good. And rotate. That's it. Good. When you rotate to the side, can you keep your shoulders off the ground? Keep that chest lifted up. Good. Let's do one more. Straighten that leg a little more for me. Really lengthen it out. Good. And that leg comes all the way down. We come back to the ground. Good. And reach your arms overhead. Should feel kind of good. Yes? At least feels good to stretch out long. All right. So back on the ground, we're going to take our ball and put it underneath our hip bones. Boop, 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 boop. So I want you to find a place that feels pretty comfortable. So my ball is kind of under my sacrum, not the tail itself, but more the sacrum, the nice triangle bone of your spine. And you find a place where you could almost curl up and go to sleep. It should feel pretty comfy. If you lifted your knees up, you can feel like your back almost gets a little stretched toward the ground. You feel that? So it's under, ball is under here now. Under my butt. Yeah. So the most important thing is finding a place that feels restful when your knees are bent. Earthquake at K's. There we go. All right. So from here, I want you to just lift your shins so they're parallel to the floor, and then lower them back down. And I want you to notice that little lift should start creating feedback in your belly. Yeah. Little lift. So my thighs aren't moving, right? My thighs are still into my chest. I'm still in that rested position. Head is still down. Yeah, head is down. Susie, let your head be down. You don't have to lift your head up. Yeah, put it down. Good. That's it. And just letting that good. Okay, so having that awareness is number one. Now lift your shins so they're parallel to the ground. Now move your thighs away from you, but keep your shins parallel to the ground. You have a tray on your shins. Good. Pull it back in. Good. And again, slide it away. Pull it back in. Good. And we're working on being able to keep that seatbelt on that we worked on now almost 45 minutes ago. Good. You guys are doing such a good job minding your shins, right? It's a tray of champagne flutes. Or if you work with even more negative reinforcement, it's a tray of kittens, right? Because kittens, if you drop them, their little claws will dig into you, so you really can't drop that tray. Good. Yeah, even when your shins come in, keep those shins parallel to the ground. Good. Now, we have to dump our tray with our right leg. So we're going to just march the right toe down. Exhale, scoop the belly in, bring it back up. Good. And dip the other toe down. Scoop the belly in, bring it up. Good. So when you bring them back up, see if your thighs can be over your hips and not over your belly, so that your abdominals stay under constant work. Good. Yeah, so Catherine, bring your thighs toward me a little bit. The resting thigh. Yeah, there you go. Just a little bit. Now march from there. Yes. Good. And last one on each side. Good. Allow those knees to fall in. Some of you will feel your quads a little bit on that one if you worked hard on keeping your thighs away from you. We're going to extend those legs up to the sky. Point your toes. Good. Inhale and exhale. Lower your right leg down far as it can, and maybe you can touch the ground and you get a little stretch to the front of your thigh. Exhale, scoop your abs in, right? Make that seat belt, bring the leg all the way back up. Left leg goes all the way down. Feel that length. Good. Good. So we have this ball. I want you to use it for awareness. As the leg lowers, do you feel yourself pressing more into the base of your sacrum? You want to say, no, Mona, I'm doing an awesome job keeping my abs in so that I stay near the top of my sacrum. And I would say, fabulous. That's it. Come on, come on. The lower the leg gets, the more you have to pull the abs up. Good. That's it. Good. All right. Nice. Both heels together. Now we lower both legs. And this one, don't go quite as far. Feel how you have to keep your abs drawing back to your ball. Good. Inhale, let them float up. Good. And again. Good. Inhale, they float up. Good. Hello, handsome. Hello, my handsome. Good. 2 more. Find that length. Hold on to that seat belt. Good. And last one. Good. And then go ahead and let those knees fall into your chest. Woo! And just release your back. It should feel good. This should be a resty, nice, cozy position. Good. All right. Then you can put your feet gently to the ground. Keep your abs on while they find the ground. Knees on. Good. Good. Okay. Lift your hips up into a little bridge, enough to get that ball out from underneath them, and round your spine down. Aha. Should feel good. Now you're going to take your ball, put it between your thigh bones. Good. Oh, the air smells fresher today. That's such a relief. Mark just opened the door. So we're going to drive into your heels, lift those hips up, and pull those abs into your hips, right? Feel them drying. Good. And then lower back down. Good. So can we start with the ribs first, and then lift the hips, keeping that seatbelt on? Ribs first. Yep, let me see it. Better, better. Good. Good. Next one, let's stay lifted. Drive into your heels a little bit for me, and then we're going to can. So everybody, can you, just before we even can you pull your ribs in, right? Your gold bar of happiness is sitting on those ribs. Keep it there while your hips push up a little more. Yeah, put your gold bar of happiness back on your ribs, Kay. Gold bar of happiness on those ribs. There you go, good. Okay, now squeezing your ball, extend your right leg straight out. Good. Put it back down. Ribs, hips, and squeeze. Then the left leg goes out. Good. Comes down. Ribs, hips, squeeze. Right leg goes out. Good. Rib, hip, squeeze. Left leg. Good. One more on each side. Ribs, hips, squeeze. Good. And last one. Ribs, hips, squeeze. Good. Now we're going to come roll down. We're going to reset. We're going to come right back up to that can. This time we're going to be on our heels. Heels. Yes, Catherine's ready. Good. All right, so gold bar of happiness sits on your ribs. They should pop down. Let the glutes lift up. Keep that heavy, heavy rib as the glutes push up. Good. All right, now you're up. Ribs, hips, heels. Push out through your right heel, lengthening the underside of your leg as you lift the leg. Good. Put the right heel down. Push down on it. Good. Left heel reaches out. Good. Left heel down. Drive it down. Right one reaches out. Good. Check your toes, you guys, your feet. Some of you are on your heels, but you're creating duck feet. Can you bring them back to parallel? It's going to, yeah, that's it. Good. Better. Good. Good. Can I see one more on each side? That's it. Good. Good. And then we're going to round all the way down. And our inner thighs are going to be going, yay, thank you for working us. We're going to extend those legs out, stretch those arms overhead. Feel your body nice and long. Good. And then round up to sitting. Spine stretch forward when you're up. Stretch open through those shoulders. So the fun thing about being on that elevated ball under your hip that we did is that you tend to turn on your lats and mid-back to help balance. So if you're noticing like, ooh, why does my upper back feel like it's been worked? That's why. Okay, what time is it? It's almost 11. What the heck? So we're going to roll over onto our bellies. How do we get through a whole class like that? And we're going to take our toy and put it out in front of our hands, in front of our bodies. So if you have a rolling foam roller, it will be perpendicular to the floor. Oh, you can't see my hand. Dang it. Yeah. And if you have a magic circle, you would put it up here with your hands on top of it like so. Yeah. Okay. So ball is under my hands, nice and long. I'll keep scooting back so they can see my hand. All right. And all we're going to do is press down and float the sternum up. That's it. Sorry, Lenny. Good. Yeah. Shrug those shoulders when you're down. Pull them back into place as you lift. Yeah, that's it. Good. And really turn those glutes on. Yeah, nice. Good. Good. All right, one more. Very nice. Good. Okay. Let your forehead rest on your mat. Take your ball around the back of you. Pull it up your back as far as you can. I'm gonna scoot a little forward so you can see my legs better now. Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna lift the sternum just a little. I'm sorry, no, we're not gonna lift the sternum. We're gonna open up our right cheekbone. Whoop. Bend your knees. Good. Lift your thighs, squeezing your glutes. Good. Balance up your back as far as you can get it. We're gonna extend the legs, contract the hams. Extend, contract, lengthen, contract. One more. Lengthen, contract. The next length, reach your legs long, hold them long. Lift your sternum, elbows toward your other elbow. Good. Reaching down your back as far as you can. Chest is up off the mat. Yes. Good. Turn your head, lay your cheekbone down, bend your knees. Pull your arms back up your back. Good. Now extend the legs. Point. Good. Contract the hams, pull them in. Good. Extend. Contract. Good. Extend. Contract. Extend. Contract the next one. Keep those legs long. Lift your sternum. Arms go down your back. Elbows point toward each other. You're holding that in that big long moment. Good. Glutes turn on just a little more. Can you find them? Squeeze them just a little extra. Good. And then rest down. Put your toe down wherever it's out of your way. Sit up and back in a child's pose. Pull your tail up instead of tucking under as you sit back. And press those hands away. Right? We played with this a little bit on Wednesday, the difference between the tucked tail and the lifted tail in child's pose. You can play with it here if you want. So we're starting with the lifted tail. Come up into your C curve and then release, come back into C curve and keep your tail down. The tail down might feel more stretchy through your lats, right, the sides of your ribs and arms. Come back up, give yourself that cat-cow. And then Franny, I hope you're finding a comfortable standing place or sitting on the edge of the chair to do this one. And we're going to lift the tail back, tail up, right? So it might not go back as far. If you're really working on keeping this up, not under, right, up as you go back. That's it, yeah. And you can open your knees more. Just let that feeling kind of open up your sacrum. Your SI joint should feel good as you settle down in there. Nice. Good. And then we'll gently bring ourselves up to a stand. Remember, you're welcome to give yourself support. Spine minders, you definitely give yourself more support, keeping more neutral line. Whew. Good. We're going to take our feet wide and we're going to neutral hinge here. Reach toward the ground. And here is, if you can't reach the ground, this is where a ball is handy because you can take your ball over to the side. And even if you can reach the bound, I really like the length that I get reaching over that ball. And we should just feel a nice twisty stretch. If you feel good about it, take that other arm to the sky and look up at it. You should start to feel your inner thigh stretch. Good. And then just gently walk yourself back to center. Soften your knees for a moment. Straighten your legs. Come back up into that neutral. Rotate the other way. That's it. And hopefully you feel a little inner thigh. All nice twisty stretch around your torso. Good. And then bring it back to center. And again, soften your knees. Let your toes stay on the ground. Just tuck your tail a smidge and then press into your feet. Straighten your legs and round all the way up.
or neutral up, depending on your spine. Good. Reach up nice and wide. Own your space. Look at how big you are. Good. You're Leonardo da Vinci man. You know, the one in the circle? That's us. Reach to all points. Good. Take another breath in. That's it. Own that space. Feel your space. You're magnificent. Look at you. Reaching in all directions. Good. That's it. Good. And all the way out. We're going to gently walk our feet back in, getting taller as we come in. We're not coming in and slouching. We're coming in and lifting. We're going to let the head come to the side. Easy peasy. You can pull the back of your skull up a little bit as you do that. And then gently forward. Good. And then to the other side. And again, I'm pulling upward, not downward. Yeah. And then gently forward. I'm pulling up and forward, not down to the ground. Good. We'll let the hand come off if you're using your hand. Press into your feet. Just breathe in. Exhale. Lift your chest and your head. Good. And round those shoulders back into place. You guys. Awesome. Happy Friday. Good work. Yes. Yay. Yay, team. Good job. You made it. Yeah. I know, I love it when you guys wear stripes. It's the best. Well, perfect. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Susie. Thanks, Kay. Thanks, Sheila. Bye, Franny. Bye, Catherine.